Peace. This is Wise for Wise Words Media, back at y'all for another round. And fight fans, here we go. The talking has begun. And Edwin Santos, he is really putting out there that he has no concerns about this fight with Shakur Stevenson. I like this. I like this a lot because this is a change of pace, you know. You don't really get too many people, especially in this era, that everybody's so concerned about losing their O. Everybody wants to remain undefeated post Floyd Mayweather era, and you know that Floyd Mayweather made keeping that O equally as important as becoming a champion. That's how a lot of these fighters are looking at it. So here you have a guy like Santos that is actually talking smack to one of the most avoided, if not the most avoided fighter in boxing today, and that is Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is heavily avoided. And here you have this one guy in Edwin Santos who just released a video, and the brother could barely speak English. So he's getting coached a little bit in the video, but he knew enough English to tell Shakur Stevenson, when we inside this ring, this is my house. And he even dropped the MF on him. Woo! You gotta love it. You gotta love somebody that has that bravado. They have that esteem, that level of belief that they can beat somebody that has potential to go down as the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the upcoming years in Shakur Stevenson. He has a tremendous amount of belief, and as I made a video before regarding this fight, what makes Edwin Santos so dangerous coming into this fight is the ability that he has and the belief that he has. And peace to one of the people that was watching the last video. Someone that was watching the last video also mentioned something that I have to throw into this video. A third thing, which is the size. Edwin Santos has the ability, meaning he is a skillful boxer. He's very skillful, and when he punches, he cracks. So you got the ability. He lets his hands go. He's very assertive fighter. 2, I'll go with the size on top of his boxing ability, because he throws a lot of punches and punches. He throws with mean intention, and he has the size. This can cause problems to anybody. Somebody that has size and skill, but I think equally as important, and maybe even more so important than the previous two, he has the belief. He believes. You can hear it in him. He believes. He has been calling out Shakur Stevenson while everybody from Pitbull Cruz to George Kambosos, while they were all running away from Shakur Stevenson, he has been for the past year calling out Shakur Stevenson's name. He's been the only one calling out Shakur Stevenson, consistently mentioning his name, and there's a strong, firm belief in him that he can beat Shakur Stevenson. And that's what's going to make this fight a very explosive fight in November, man. This is going to be a very big fight. I'm extremely excited about it. I'm looking forward to it, because here's a guy that, if there was ever an underdog this year, in this big year, massive year of boxing fights, if there's ever an underdog, I had my number one underdog before to get it done was Stephen Fulton. When Fulton fought Naoya Inoue. And now I say the second biggest underdog this year in a major fight, it's gotta be Edwin de los Santos, because he has the skill, size, and belief, and that combination is very dangerous for any fighter. But you know, I said it before in my previous video, I still have, even with all that said, I still have Shakur Stevenson winning this fight, because again, this is a man that, between him, Devin Haney, and Tank, either one of those three, and a focus to Teofimo Lopez, I think a focus to Teofimo Lopez, people really forget how good he is, but he has to be focused, a focus to Teofimo Lopez. Between those four guys, who we at one point called the Four Kings, those guys are going to be jotting for that number one spot at the pound for pound list in the next few years, once Terrence Crawford retires. So I still have Shakur as my favorite to win the fight going into this fight, but man, this ain't gonna be easy. And Shakur said something that bothered me a little bit the other day. Shakur said something. He was talking about, man, what fight? Oh man, off the top of the dome, I forget who he was talking about. He was talking about another fight with somebody else, and like almost overlooking this fight. Oh, Navarrete. He was talking about a fight with him and Navarrete would be an incredible fight, which he's right. That would be an incredible fight. But I don't like when fighters overlook a very dangerous opponent that's in front of them. Cross that bridge in Navarrete when you get to it. Focus on this, because you got to get to Navarrete. But before you get to that side, you got to go through De Los Santos first. So I'm Wise for Wise Words Media. Peace.